Hey folks, we're out here today with the 1187 20 gauge youth model. So we put out a video before just talking a little bit about how the youth model for many people is actually a much more comfortable stock to mount because of the length of pull that you have. For those of you who shoot defensively, use an AR-15 carbine, particularly those if you shoot on the number 2 or 3 position like I do, the gun is fairly tight in, that this type of stock is really phenomenal. And really from a defensive standpoint, using number 1 buckshot in a 20 gauge certainly would do a decent job. Finally, the last reason I really like this length of shotgun is for teaching people or people that have smaller stature, right? And so men and women, maybe particularly aren't very big, very tall, and this gun mounts so well for most people. So with the 1187 Remington models, we're basically pushing on this button which allows us to go in. That's also the bolt release, so when we load the gun from an empty chamber, right, we're pressing here, which is allowing the bolt to go forward. What we like to do, especially with new shooters, is actually have them work and be able to see the gun. You'll see 3-gun shooters do this as well. So I'm taking the gun, I'm rotating it under my elbow here. The gun is locked in. I can just reach down, take the shells, and load them up. In this case, this gun will hold 1 in the chamber plus 4 in the tube. Now there are extension tubes for the 1187. I'm not familiar whether or not there's one for the youth model or not. My guess is there is. So again, what I like about this gun is this. From here, safety off, press. It's just a really short distance from here to here. So I don't have to come all the way out like I do with my other 12 gauge shotguns where there's a long distance. The length of pull is so short that if I'm going from here to here, right? Very easy to manipulate, very easy to manage. So from a combat reload standpoint, I'm simply going to drop it in here, press the button, up, look, safety, press. So what I would do now, again, if we were teaching or working with someone from a defensive combat situation, is just work with them on some of those various reload techniques, right? All right, thanks so much for watching. As always, stay safe.